Hey guys. You know this one?
Samuel Alfred Beadle was born during slavery. He struggled to study law at a time when access to the study of law and admission to the bar was controlled by people who had the power of and the desire for complete subjugation. He was a Black man who overcame those barriers. He was a realist who maintained hope and imagined what could be. Through all of this, he was a patriotic man. His poem, My Country, was published in 1912, just a few years after he was forced by the racism of the citizens of his state, with the complicity of his state and federal governments, to abandon his lucrative law practice and to leave his home or be killed. In the preface to his book, Lyrics of the Underworld, in which the poem appears, he wrote,
"The piece, My Country, is but a fanciful flight of hope from conditions that are to what ought to be the scope of one's environment in a country whose underlying principles are said to be equal rights to all, special benefits to none. And since my country is a creature of fancy, may it not be palmed off on the uninitiated as verse, if not poetry. Those of my fellows who would unbraid me for indulging the fancy, together with those who would eliminate me under the doctrine, this is a white man's country, will not, I hope, further deprive me from enjoying through the imagination what seems to be impossible as a matter of fact. If these truths are not self-evident, but false, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, let me at least hold them among the things imaginable. I cannot abandon the position that this is my country."
Speaking in a voice of the underworld, a world in which a race of people lived not just on the margins, but in a reality that was in law and in fact separate and beneath the world of the majority, Beadle explained that his country was not the one celebrated by the majority, but one of his imagination, one promised in the nation's founding documents to all its citizens.
Marching down to freedom land.
My Country by Samuel Alfred Beadle.
My country, God bless thee, my home.
With harvest and plenty, thy dark fertile loam, the brooklet that bickers from hills far above, and dances and dallies through vales that I love.
Go purling on, may it, the sun on its sheen, the cress and the fern on its banks growing green, the mead ever verdant where graze gentle kine, and wide roam the herds of my neighbor and mine.
My country, God bless thee, my home.
Thou dearer and grander than all other earth, with climes sweet and balmy, fair land of my birth.
May valiant thy youth grow, more stalwart, more brave, till ne'er a poor laggard, nor coward, nor slave
is seen in thy valleys, nor met in thy hills, where babbles the brook and the bright dew distills. O country of mine, may thy humblest son be ever true to thy genius, brave happy and free.
My country, God bless thee. God bless thee, my home.
May palsied grow the hand that strikes not for thee, when traitors would spoil thee, thou land of the free. And the alien who dares to invade thy domain, by the sword let him fall, and from sleep with the slain.
Let him never awake in the morning to greet the daisies that bloom o'er his dank winding sheet. And freedom, my country's great boon to the world, let me die on the day that thy banners are furled.
I love thee, adore thee, my country, I do. Thy faults, though, are many, in pulpit and pew. The work of the vicious, the mean, and the vain, who vile in their motive and weak in their brain, forget that the law is the strength of the brave, and the man who would break it worse than a slave. But thou art my country, still grand and sublime, the noblest in genius, the fairest in clime.
My country, God bless thee.
God bless thee, my home.